Surah Mim Assajda, Surah number 41. In the name of God, the most gracious, the ever merciful. This is Surah Mim. It is a revelation from the merciful God. This is a book whose verses have been explained in the form of an Arabic Quran for those who want to know, deliverer of glad tidings and warnings. Alas, their majority has however turned away from it. Thus they are not prepared to listen to it, and with great arrogance say, "Our hearts are covered from what you are calling us, and our ears are deaf from what you are making us hear, and there is a barrier between us and you. So, whatever you have to do, do it. We too shall certainly do what is to be done." Tell them, "What have I to do? I am not God that I send you the torment. I too am a human being the way you are. I am told through revelation that your God is one. So, turn your face straight towards him and seek his forgiveness. And listen, devastation is for these idolaters who do not discharge their obligation to people in the form of zakah, and it is they who disbelieve in the hereafter. Those among them, however, who have professed faith and have done righteous deeds, for them certainly is an endless reward. Ask them, are you denying the being who has created the earth in 2 days and associate partners with him? This is the Lord of the worlds, and he has set upon earth mountains from above it, and put blessings in it, and placed sustenance in it equally for all the needy. All this in 4 days. Then he directed his attention towards the sky, which had already come into existence with the earth, and at that time was in the form of smoke. So he ordered it and the earth, "Obey, whether willingly or unwillingly." Both said, "We comply with willingness." Then in 2 days decided to make them into 7 skies and ordained for each sky its law. And we decorated this near sky of yours with lamps and made it fully safe. This is the plan of the powerful and knowing God. Even if now they turn their faces, say, "The thunderbolt that struck the Ad and the Thamud, I warned you of a similar thunderbolt went from their front, and behind their messengers came to them, that they may inform them from all aspects. Do not worship anyone except God." They replied, "Had our Lord wanted to send someone as a messenger, he would have sent down angels. Hence, we deny the message with which you have been sent." So, as for the Ad, without any justification they regarded themselves to be superior in the land, and said, "Who is greater than us in might?" Did they not think that the God who has created them is far mightier than them? Such was the sense of superiority with which they regarded themselves, and continued to deny our revelations. So, over a few ill-omened days, we unleashed the cold winter wind on them, to make them taste the punishment of humiliation in the very life of this world, and the punishment of the hereafter will be far more humiliating, and they will not even be helped there. As for the Thamud, we guided them also, but they preferred blindness to guidance. So, in retribution of their deeds, a thunderbolt of a humiliating punishment struck them, and we saved those who had professed faith and feared us. Be mindful of the day when these enemies of God will be brought together and driven to hell. Then, on the basis of their deeds they will be categorized, until when that time comes that they reach hell, their ears, eyes, and hair on their skin shall bear witness to whatever they have been doing. They will ask their bodies, "Why did you bear witness against us?" They will reply, "The very God gave us speech, who gives speech to everyone." In this manner they will bear witness, and, O people, bear this in mind also, that it was he who had created you the first time, and now you are being returned to him alone. You did not have this fear that your ears, eyes, and the hairs of your bodies will bear witness against you. In fact, you had thought that God also is not aware of many things that you do. It is precisely this conjecture that you made regarding your Lord which ruined you, and you incurred loss. So if they show patience, even then hell is their abode, and if they do not, then also. And if they desire to be forgiven, they will not be forgiven. They reached this fate because as retribution to their sins, we deputed upon them evil companions. So they made everything in front and behind them seem fair to them, And ultimately the same word was fulfilled for them too, which was fulfilled for groups of mankind and jinn kind before them. Surely they were to end in loss. These disbelievers say, "Do not listen to this Quran, and make noise in it, so that you gain the upper hand." So we shall definitely inflict these disbelievers with a stern punishment, and give them back the most dreadful reward of whatever they had been doing. This is the reward of God's enemies. Do you know what it is? It is fire. For them, as punishment for this wrongdoing of theirs, that they had been denying our revelations. In it will be the eternal abode. There, these disbelievers will say, "Lord, show us those jinn and humans who had led us astray, so that we may trample them below our feet, that they be humiliated." On the contrary, those who acknowledged, "God is our Lord," then remained steadfast on it, disregarding all opposition, angels shall surely descend on them for their assurance on the day of judgment before the verdict is passed, and say, "Now neither show any fear nor sorrow, and accept the glad tidings of the paradise that you used to be promised. We remained your companions in the life of the world, and are also your companions in the life of the hereafter. The paradise whose glad tidings we are giving you has everything in it which your heart will desire, and has everything that you demand, as a means of entertainment for you from Him, who is very forgiving, ever merciful. O Prophet, you are calling them towards God, and whose words can be better than the person who calls people to God, and does righteous deeds and says, 'I am among the obedient.' In reality, good and evil are not equal. There is no doubt that these disbelievers of yours are now after evil, but you do that which is good in response to evil. Then you will see that the very person between who and yourself there is enmity, it is as if he has become a bosom friend. And remember that this wisdom is acquired only by those who are steadfast, and this wisdom is given to only those who are very fortunate. And if at some instance you feel temptation in your heart from Satan, seek God's refuge. Indeed, it is He who hears and knows. People, the one who is the creator of the heavens and the earth, this night and day and sun and moon are also from among His signs. Neither prostrate before the sun or the moon. In fact, prostrate before the God who has created them, if you are ones who worship Him alone. Then if they show arrogance, pay no heed. The angels who are in the presence of your Lord glorify Him day and night, and such is their enthusiasm that they never get tired. And it is from among His signs that you see the earth absolutely lifeless. Then when we rain down water on it out of our grace, it comes to life, and becomes lush and grows. He who brought it to life, surely it is He who will give life to the dead. Undoubtedly, He has power over everything. Those who are adopting a wrong attitude about these signs of ours are not hidden from us. So they should decide whether that person is better who will be cast into the fire, or he who comes on the day of judgment, and he will have no fear. People, do whatever you like. Undoubtedly, God is observing whatever you are doing. Those who have denied this reminder of God, after it has come to them, have called for their doom. In reality, this is a lofty book. Evil can neither enter it from its front, nor from its behind. It is revealed in a very thorough manner from the being who is an embodiment of wisdom, has praiseworthy attributes. Rest assured, O Prophet, you are being said the same things by these people which have been said to messengers before you. At this time, they have been given respite, but they should not be unmindful. Surely, your Lord is forgiving, and also very stern in punishment. They say, why was this reminder not revealed in the language of the previous scriptures? Had we revealed this Quran in a foreign language, at that time they would have objected. Why have its verses not been explained in our language? Strange it is that the words are foreign and the addressees are Arabs. Tell them, it is guidance for the believers and a cure for the ailments of the heart. As for those who are not believing, in their ears, however, it is hardness, and on them it has become a barrier. It is they who will now be called from some distant place on the day of judgment, and say, what was the need of revealing another book after the book of Moses? Certainly, We had given the book to Moses also, but difference was created in it, and had a matter not already been decided from your Lord, judgment would have been passed among these recipients of the book because of this injustice to the book of God. In reality, they are now in a perplexing doubt. If they want to do away with this doubt by benefiting from this reminder of God, it is for their own well-being only, so they must bear in mind that he who does a good deed, it will be for himself, and he who commits an evil, does so at his own peril, and your Lord is not the slightest unjust to his servants. And they say, when will the hereafter you are threatening us with arrive? Tell them, knowledge of the hereafter rests with God, and not merely the hereafter, it is his knowledge without which neither fruits come out of their coverings, nor a woman conceives, nor gives birth. They are showing indifference to him because of the partners they associate with God. So they must bear in mind the day when he will call them. Where are my associates? Call them to save you. They will reply, we have stated to you that today there is none among us who can bear witness to them. At that time, all of them who they called upon earlier will be lost upon them, and they will understand that now there is no place to escape. Strange is the matter of a human being. When hardships come his way, he does not get tired of supplicating for goodness. But if he is faced with a calamity and sees that his supplications are not being answered, he loses hope and despairs. And if after that calamity which has afflicted him, we make him taste our mercy, he says, this is only my right, and I do not think that the hereafter will happen. But if it is assumed to happen, and I am returned to my Lord, there is no doubt that their too good awaits me. These are their dreams on the basis of which they are making fun of the prophet. So, we shall definitely inform these disbelievers of their deeds, and shall definitely make them taste a stern torment. The matter of a human being is that, when we show favor to him, he turns away his face with arrogance, and changes his side, and when he encounters hardship, he becomes one who supplicates at length. Tell them, do reflect if the Quran is in fact from God, and even then you keep denying it. Then who could have gone more astray than him who indulged in a very distant opposition? Rest assured, O Prophet, and they should also be warned that soon we shall also show them our signs in the world around them, and within them as well, until it will become evident to them that this Quran is the absolute truth. And for your assurance, is this not sufficient that your Lord is a witness to everything? Listen, these people are in doubt about assembling before their Lord. Listen, he has embraced everything.